about to hear is the fusion of entertainment and enlightenment. This is the Glenn Beck Program.
Well, some interesting things were said yesterday. Kamala Harris came out, and she is promising that a Harris administration with Joe Biden will be a boon. Wait, a Harris administration? I mean, I think you're a little too eager. Also, Michael Moore yesterday compared Donald Trump to Osama bin Laden and said he's a mass killer. Carl Bernstein came out and called the president homicidal and said that his rallies were homicidal assemblies. Really? The Atlantic called to the end of the Nobel Peace Prize because it nominated Donald Trump for something that he actually earned. And quite possibly my favorite, many suburbs are going to be burned in wildfires because of Donald Trump, quote, the climate arsonist. Well, I think that he's been called everything he can be called now, except a bacteria that might be spawning life on Venus. I don't think anybody called him that yet, but the day is early. We begin in 60 seconds. You know, I have to tell you, welcome to the program, America. I have to tell you, I go from a dark mood to a light mood. Somebody said to me, Glenn, what happened? Yesterday you were doom and gloom and the whole world is ending, and today? And I said, yeah, today I just embraced it. Today I could just handle it a bit, you know? But I'm looking at some of the things that are going on, and Pat Gray joins us filling in for Stu Bergier. And I'm wondering if there isn't an awakening that is happening. I don't necessarily think it's the Great Awakening, which is the only thing that I think will really truly save our country, which is an awakening and a turning back to God. I unfortunately don't think we've been humbled enough yet. When will we be? I don't know. But if you look at some of the things that are going on, for instance, if Bill Maher gets it and is willing to say it, you got to believe that there are other people that believe the same things like Bill Maher, who are all around the country, who are maybe not saying it yet. Listen to Bill Maher.
I'm not down with this properties on the table as something we can just take because things are not right.
Where is this mass destruction of property happening right now? Like, if you look at...
You watch the news?
If you look at Portland, it's 2 square blocks.
There is a view, and it's in the media. Please, I know you've seen it. Don't look at me like I'm making this up. That somehow this is a justifiable approach.
Well, isn't pain part of protest? I mean, isn't that what the...
So you're part of this. You believe it. I saw this guy who had a Papa John's franchise, and he was yelling through his broken glass, "You're going to elect Trump, and I'm just trying to feed my family." I don't think his view was just like, c'est la vie, it's just property.
I mean, that's pretty amazing. That was a CNN reporter, by the way, looking at him like, what are you talking about? And he said critical words, "So you're part of it." How many people are feeling that? I would love to know anybody in our audience who didn't vote for Trump last time, but will vote for Trump this time. I don't know if you care to admit that. I was just talking to Steven, one of the guys here that we work with, and he was saying that he knows somebody that was not a Trump supporter. No, wait, was a Trump supporter, then not a Trump supporter, now a Trump supporter again. Was like, I can't vote for this guy. Thought he was just out of control, can't vote for him. And now is like, I can't vote for anybody else.
We can relate to that, right?
Yeah.
You know, during 2016, I didn't think I'd ever be voting for Donald Trump.
Never. Never.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah. And it's not some thing where you always are like, well, you got to, it's a binary choice.
No, it's not. It's not what it is.
That.
No,
it's not that.
It's too critical. It's too, the consequences are too dire if Joe Biden is elected.
And I think that Donald Trump knowingly or unknowingly, is the only one that can actually correct it.
Yeah.
Because he's kicking walls down.
Yeah. And he has done some things that were so unexpected. And by me, at least, I didn't expect him to do certain things that he's done. And it's been a really pleasant surprise.
UAE isn't it the UAE or is it Bahrain that is signing the peace deal today?
I think Bahrain's signing on to the, yeah.
It's crazy.
It's amazing.
It's crazy. And no one is talking about that. No one is talking.
Because what are they going to say about it? You can only say good things about it.
I know.
The only thing that I've heard that a Democrat say about it, and it was Nancy Pelosi. She called it a distraction.
A distraction?
Wait a minute. A Mideast peace agreement is a distraction?
That's incredible. That's absolutely amazing. Incredible. Then yesterday, protesters demand that cops let themselves be stabbed or shot.
Yeah.
In Lancaster, they marched yesterday and demanded that cops just take it. If it means you're going to be shot or stabbed, so be it. That's penance for your alleged racism. Yeah. Oh my gosh. No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. And I think these things are all just stacking on top of each other. How about this one? Lululemon. Now, Lululemon is a place where you can go in and buy, $170 yoga pants. They have come out now and they are promoting an event that will teach the participants to, quote, resist capitalism.
And they have a market value of $41 billion.
Yeah.
$41 billion.
Well, you can buy $138 tights there.
Right.
So I mean, they're one with the people. You know what I mean?
But now that they got theirs, everybody else, I guess, should resist capitalism.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. By the way, they just announced a $489.5 million gross profit for the second quarter of this year. Okay. $500 million profit, one company, one quarter, and they are leading the charge to stand against capitalism.
And decolonize gender. Let's not forget that important step, because I'm so tired of colonial gender stuff.
Right?
Yes.
Let me give you another piece. Swing states. Swing states are having an amazing boom to gun sales. Apparently, in gun stores across the country, the guns are selling out. Normally, they carry about 150 pistols on a regular day. This is one gun store. But there haven't been many regular days since the onset of the coronavirus in March, as the public unrest that emerged in June. After COVID hit, we sold out of ammo, and then they started with the protesting, and a lot of guns started flying off the shelves. You can't find a gun in some places now. You can't buy it. You can't buy the ammunition. A broader look at the monthly sales data as measured by the FBI background checks confirmed swing state voters' eagerness to arm themselves in 2020. The 9 states at the epicenter of the presidential race between Donald Trump and Joe Biden saw historic seasonally adjusted gun sales in June, larger cases than the record-setting sales of March, a sign of surging demand for firearms in the wake of rioting and protesting that have turned violent. In Arizona, I mean, they have seen a 20,000 person spike. In Minnesota, a 30,000 person spike. In Ohio, a 30 or 40,000 person spike. I mean, it is crazy what's going on in the swing states. Well, what does that say? When you have Joe Biden coming out and saying, I'm looking for more gun control, and Harris is saying, I'm going to be much more progressive with the police, and the defunding of the police is going to happen under a Harris administration, with Joe Biden, has an incredible statement. What do you think's going to happen? Are people actually with this? And I'll give you one more barometer. Remember, all they have to do is just lose 15% of the black vote. Have you noticed the makeup of a lot of these crowds that are still protesting out there, burning cities down? They're white kids. They're not blacks.
Yeah.
They're white kids.
The vast majority are.
Vast majority. It wasn't at the beginning, but it is now.
Mm-hmm.
They're burning down those communities. And everyone is very well aware that the left and the Democrats are doing nothing to stop it. They are endorsing. Look at Bill Maher. So you're part of this, where the CNN reporter says, well, isn't pain part of protest? Since when? Since when?
Remember when they said that about the Tea Party? Yeah, remember of course, they had no violence to complain about.
Right, but they complained that we were inciting it.
Yeah,
we were inciting it. And look at now. I just don't think people are for it. And I don't think it's just going to go the way the Democrats hope that it's going to go. Let me give you one more thing. Remember, if you look at the groups that the Democrats have carefully fostered, because they go after groups. They don't go after just people. They go after groups. So one of them that they've had lockstep with forever is African Americans. That's shimmying apart. If Donald Trump can grow that by 5% and hurt the Democrats by 5%, and then all the damage that they're doing themselves, that alone could swing the election to be a much wider victory than it was before. But listen to this. A poll published by the nonpartisan Jewish Electorate Institute and conducted by Gerhard Yang Research surveyed 880 likely voters online from September 2nd through September 7th and has a margin of error of 3.5. What they found was, now this is going to sound like a blowout, but it's not in comparison to former years. Vice President Joe Biden leads President Donald Trump in Jewish voters 67% to 30%. However, that 30% is the highest of any Republican presidential candidate in recent records. If they lose just pieces, their coalition is falling apart. The labor unions that were solidly for Democrats, and I heard this one on NPR, they are now saying, those labor unions are saying, we can't lock it up. We don't know. We don't know. There is a divide in the labor unions. There wasn't a divide before. Wasn't a divide. And if you're in a labor union, are you going to say you're voting for Donald Trump?
Nope.
I wouldn't either. I think that there are some good signs that America is beginning to wake up. Now, God only knows. I've given up on predicting the American people about 2 elections ago, but there are real signs that America is waking up. I would love to see real signs that America's churches are waking up, because that's what made us good, and that's what makes us great. All right, our sponsor.